Hello YouTube, it's your girl Kimberly. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. So in this video, it is going to be a review and a demo of Huda Beauty's Faux Filter Concealer. I have the shade Crumble 7.1 Neutral. What I am going to say is, unfortunately, when I bought this, I was tan, and now I'm kind of transitioning out of my tan, so this concealer is not quite the right shade. So I'm not going to really be talking about shade, but more about how the product performs. Okay, but you guys are going to get to see me put it on. So I do have stiletto nails, if you're not familiar with my love of nails from the channel. So applying concealer around the eyes with nails can be a little dangerous, because you don't want to poke yourself in the eye and cause any injury. So I tend to be team brush. I'm using the Sigma Soft Blend Concealer Brush, and the number is F64. So this is what the brush looks like. It's just a soft dome looking brush, and that is what I'm going to use for the concealer. So I am going to do the new school lifted method of just putting the concealer here and then over here, just to show you guys the difference from the side with no concealer. So let's get into it. I have my little mirror over here, so we're gonna go there and then there. So as you guys can see, that is bright, but let's get into the blenderization of it all. So I do like how it first initially goes on. I find that I try to do a little dry time before I go in there, because as you can see, she's light bright for me. But I will say that it blends out nice. In terms of people who have sweaty faces, I will say that I do think it holds up in terms of being sweaty on my face, and with the life of the day of all the things that I do, I think that it ends up having lasting power. So I do like that about the concealer. So then, as you can see, that's the outer blend. It's still a little light bright, but like I said, I'm starting to, or maybe it's the fact that I am tan, and when I tan, my undertone goes red, so then that makes it a little bit harder. But I like it. It's just very stark, and I know that that's not the go-to kind of look. So let's do this inner corner. I have my little mirror here, so that's what I'm doing. I do wish it was a little more creamy, I would say, if that makes sense. But I do think it makes sense that it's not super thick. In theory, this is going to be going on top of the Faux Filter foundation, so I don't think it has to be that outrageously thick, but I would like it if it was a little more thick. So that is with the lifted kind of style. As you can see, compared to this side, the eye definitely looks more snatched over here. But doing that style, you can still kind of see a little bit of the pufferization under my eye. So I am going to go back. I love that the doe foot applicator is bigger, even though for people with smaller eyes and kind of like detailed concealer work, I can see how that might be problematic, but I personally like the big doe foot. I'm just gonna go underneath my eye right here, just to kind of get the bag. So, and then that would be the look I traditionally would go for, with that in the middle concealer. I try to do the little lifted, you know, TikTok look, but my worst area that needs concealing is in the middle. So boom, there we go. So this side concealed, this side not. What I will say is that the concealer does get in your creases. It does crease. It's not a pretty looking concealer on its own, so you're definitely going to want to use primer, some kind of product that is going to help it to not crease, because naturally it just creases and causes problems, and that's an issue. It does oxidize also, so if you are someone like me who normally I would just do this concealer, contour, maybe a little more concealer line again, if even, and then I'm out, And when you wear this concealer on your bare skin, it does oxidize differently than when you put it on top of makeup. So the shade that works on your bare skin might be different when you put it on top of makeup. So for this one, as you can see, a little time's passed, but not a lot, but it is starting to like a little bit meld better with like my real skin color. And I feel like that's because it does get slightly darker, like a half a shade, not a full shade. So you can see that eventually it is starting to come more like into, but it definitely, you can see how red it makes my face look because this is the neutral. And like I said, in the winter I'm gonna be, in the spring, in the fall, winter, spring, I'm neutral. In the summer I'm warm undertoned, so and less golden. So it's definitely like crazy looking right now. But I think that overall it's a good concealer. I would just say it's not the best concealer. There's so many, even when you watch the videos on Huda Beauty's Instagram, there's so many times and the people are like doing all these things and they're doing all this manipulation to it, and I'm just like, I don't have to do any of that with my MAC Studio Fluid Concealer. Like, I just dab, dab, blend, 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 and I'm off to go. I don't have to set with powder. I don't have to do anything else. It just magically works and does everything I need, and it doesn't oxidize, and it's perfect. So I will say that this is a great concealer, but it's not the best. I don't like this frosted glass packaging because it's hard to see the real shade. I definitely thought this was darker when I bought it than when it actually is. Also, did I buy it online? I think I bought it online, so that's a whole nother thing. But let's just do the other side because she is looking crazy, and I can't say like this. And I mean, I'm pretty sure that there's probably, I'm gonna probably go back and get the warm shade that's lighter for the winter time, because this is really, really light. Or I might just keep using this shade, and then hopefully as my tan fades, that this concealer shade will get into a better place, because the way everything is right now, she looks kind of crazy. I mean, I like how it blends out and how it looks overall, but it's just that when that first put it on, it's so stark. Like, so maybe I should have got the warm shade for a warm shade down for winter. And tapping that right there. But it does blend really good, especially if you are a low maintenance, I'm gonna describe it as, makeup kind of person. I don't want to feed into the clean beauty narrative, but if you're just trying to use this just on your real skin, it blends easy, and it's not one of those concealers that you have to be wearing other makeup for it to look good, which I love. Oh, my hair's getting in the way. Sorry guys, well, I know that's messing with the lighting, my bad y'all. But trying to blend this out so it's not too stark up here. And then for this, I'm gonna put a little in that bag, even though I'm probably gonna have to come back. But definitely a beautiful, beautiful concealer. It's not as opaque as I thought it would be compared to the Faux Filter foundation. Baby, that stuff, you could put that stuff anywhere and the sun won't shine through it, because that stuff is really, really medium to full coverage, which that's what she said she was gonna do, so it's good that she does that. But yeah, overall, oh, it doesn't have a smell either. Okay, I lied. It has a little bit of a chemical smell, but it doesn't have like a fragrance. But whatever smell it is, it absolutely dissipates. And if you're fragrance sensitive, I don't think you should have a problem. But yeah, so that is the concealer on me. Like I said, I think the shade I have is pretty bright. So don't necessarily use this as a shade match. Probably right now, the concealer that I'm using to do my highlight stuff is MAC NC50, so I would say my shade is probably like an NC55. So using Crumble, which is the 7.1 neutral, it is definitely giving that brightening effect. Like, ooh, child, I could be used as a, what do you call those things that stop the ships? But Here we go. So it's already creasing a little. I don't know if you guys can see that. But to me, my under eyes have so many folds that it's like creasing is a part of the game. And you just want to put powder or something else, spray, so that way you could try to mitigate that. But overall, it's definitely easy to wear, lightweight. It is medium to buildable, but definitely not as thick, opaque as like the foundation, because it is a concealer meant to be more malleable and blendable and stuff like that. So I would definitely say it's a good concealer, and if you need a concealer, go cop it. But not the best #1 concealer of all time, definitely not. But I do like it though, and it's absolutely growing on me. Like I said, I want to get multiple shades so that way I can match it better. But let me know if you've had this concealer, if you like it. It's been out for a while. It's not the best for brows. I did use it to do my brows today, but it does not blend well with other products, so it's really hard to use it for brow cleanup, which I really hate about that. That's the only hard negative about this one, is that this is not good for sculpting brows at all. This is like a good face concealer, but when it comes to doing brows, it is a mess. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section below so we could talk. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye.